Hey guys, so last week we did a full comparison between the Sony Xperia XZ1 and the XZ Premium, but now Sony just released a software update for the Sony Xperia XZ Premium. We got Android 8 OREO on it. So let's do a rematch between the two and go over the new features on OREO. Powering both phones on. Now during the original test, of course, the XZ1 was on Android OREO, whereas the XZ Premium still on Android 7 Nougat. And the XZ Premium got Android OREO very quickly, much faster than pretty much any other company out there. Of course, the XZ1, this was the first phone to ship with Android OREO. But again, in terms of OTA, aside from, oh wow, that's surprising. Alright guys, so XZ Premium first one to boot up. In the original test, the XZ1 beat the XZ Premium by a couple of seconds in the boot up. So already seen some improvements here for the Premium. Now, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, guys, Sony doing a really amazing job with the software updates. Insanely quick. I think they are the fastest for any phone out there, aside from the Pixels, of course. And aside from that, guys, these updates actually do improve the phones a lot. On the Xperia phones, they definitely do improve the speed of the phones. Whereas for a lot of other companies, that's definitely not the case. So again, guys, very impressed with Sony here and how much they've improved their updates. So let's go ahead and go over the new features now. So a lot of the new features you're getting for the XZ Premium are previous features that you had for the Xperia XZ1 on OREO. So first up, we have predictive capture, which is basically a smile detector. So before you actually take an image, if someone smiles, then it'll buffer that and save it for you. You also have the new 3D creator feature. And with this, you can scan your face and then you can use it as a 3D avatar. And from what I've heard, it does work for some PS4 games, so pretty cool feature there. And in the future, I do plan on doing a full video on that. You also have autofocus burst, improved sound quality on the speakers, and we'll be comparing that later in the video. Improved battery life. And guys, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the battery life on the XZ1 despite having a 2700 capacity battery. Pretty small battery, but again, have been impressed with that, so I think that has to do with OREO. And this feature here, a lot of you guys wanted, correction for image distortion. So make sure you guys turn this on. Now, Sony phones have very wide angle lenses, which sometimes create some distortion for the pictures. Some of that fisheye look for the size of the images where it's a bit distorted. But again, this update's supposed to fix that. And this should be coming to the XZ1 as well shortly. And aside from that, you're getting a few other things like app shortcuts. I actually do plan on doing a more in-depth video on this, guys, in the future, all the new features. But again, that mostly covers it. And really the only thing I think that's missing from this is no double tap to wake. Wish that they would bring that back, but not the case here. Alright guys, so next up, let's do a quick rematch between the two. As you guys see, everything closed out on both. First up, we have NBC. And that was extremely close on both. Spotify. Narrow edge here for the Premium. iFunny. Narrow edge there for the one. YouTube. Extremely close on both. Photos. I think that was the one. eBay. The one right there. Amazon. And I think that was the one as well. Settings. Alright, so very close there. So for the apps, I think pretty split. Maybe the one won a couple more of them, but again, pretty close. So next up, let's take a look at Temple Run 2. And these are going to tell you more of the differences between the two. And yeah, this one's going to be a narrow margin here for the Premium. Two more, and then we have multitasking and speaker test. Mario Run. And I did get rid of the Modern Combat 5 because it's just requiring too many updates. And as you guys see, we have the Premium here. One final one, we have Asphalt 8. And it's based on the practice test, this may be the Premium here. Yep, as you guys see, narrow margin here for the Premium. So I think the XZ1 doing a bit better with the basic apps, but the Premium doing winning all three games. And in 2 to score, I actually did not rerun this. Maybe I will, but just to recap them before. 180,000 versus 171. Alright guys, we're going to bring up Chrome, but we're not actually going to go into it, or we're not going to do the web browsing test. I don't think it's going to really make a big difference. Let's also bring up the camera app. Let's bringing up everything that we had before. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and do the multitasking. Going back towards the beginning here, let's do Spotify. Excellent. Let's do... And guys, I think I'm going to get some type of matte here to put down. If you guys have a color preference, let me know, but probably just going to do a white one. Let's do iFunny. Excellent. YouTube. Once again, excellent. And we're going back into the multitasking a bit quicker than last time, so it could impact the results some. But let's go ahead and test out Super Mario Run. Once again, excellent there. Asphalt 8. Yeah, all these very, very close. Let's do a couple more, and then maybe what I'll do is just let the phone sit for like 15 minutes and then retry the multitasking. Temperanto. And let's test out eBay. Alright guys, so I'm going to let the phone sit for a few minutes and then we'll go back into it. I'm going to lock the phones and then try it again. And a quick comparison of the camera speed. We did this Android guy. I'm going to bring in an OREO for him. I'm going to put it on top of his antennas. Honestly, looks pretty split to me. Don't think there's really a significant difference. Sometimes it's the XZ1, sometimes the Premium. Sunset Earling, no copyright. So next up, we're going to be doing a rematch of the speakers and doing the same exact song we did last week. And again, the OREO update is supposed to improve the quality here on the Premium. Getting started with XZ1. Both phones dual front-facing speakers on them, and now the Premium. And remember guys, the music does fade in a bit, so we're going to start off on a lower volume. Back to the one. And one final time on the one. So the XZ1 is louder guys, but we already know that the speakers are louder on it. But personally, I do like the quality, I think a bit more on the Premium. At least in my opinion, it sounds a bit fuller. And the Premium actually makes the cable vibrate a little bit, not getting the same effect here for the XZ1. But again, the XZ1 is at least louder. And both of them very, very good quality. Actually, I'm not sure if the XZ1 is louder. Yeah, I'm actually not sure about that. But regardless guys, I do prefer the quality on the Premium. And let me know if you think that the Premium quality actually has improved or not over the Nougat update. And next up, let's do a rematch with the fingerprints. extremely close here. Definitely improved on the premium. So yeah, guys, this update is definitely improving the speed on the premium. Alright, everyone. So I closed out of the apps, went back in, and let the phone sit for about an hour. And going back to the beginning here with Spotify. X went there. NBC News. And this one going to the XZ1. iFunny. Very good again. So yeah, the multitasking actually works a bit better this time than last time. Refreshing there, and that one advantage for the premium. Pretty close. Maybe, I think the Modern Combat 5 game may have been taking up a lot of the RAM. But very impressive performance here for both phones. Not as good as phones with 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, but still pretty good. Definitely above average for any phone with 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is the vast majority of the high-end phones. Alright guys, so at the end of the test, one thing is very clear. This update did add a lot of new features, but it also made the XZ Premium much faster. And guys, that's extremely impressive because most phones, they really slow down with age, but not the case here with the XZ Premium. So if you're not already, you can press the button in the middle there, subscribe. I added on a new OREO for that because we have a lot of OREO videos planned. And if you want to watch another video, you can press right there or right there. And as always guys, thanks for watching.